Hey everyone, and welcome. Today we are diving headfirst into the amazing, bubbling world of fermented drinks. You've seen them everywhere, right? In every grocery store, every cafe. They're promising all these incredible benefits. But what's actually going on in those bottles? Well, we're about to find out. So let's get right to it. This is the big question. Kombucha or Kefir? Which one is actually better for you? In one corner, you've got the tangy, tea-based superstar kombucha, and in the other, the creamy, microbial powerhouse Kefir. We're going to break it all down, look at the science, and help you figure out which one, or maybe both, is the right fit for you. But before we get to the face-off, we have to ask, why do we even care about these drinks in the first place? Well, it all comes down to what's happening deep inside you. To really get a handle on fermented drinks, you first have to understand the incredible world they're meant to support: your gut. That's right. Your gut is literally teeming with trillions, with a T, of tiny microorganisms, bacteria, fungi, viruses, the whole gang. The best way to picture it is like a complex garden growing inside of you. And just like any garden, what you plant, what you water, and how you take care of it, well, that's what determines if it's going to flourish or just wilt. Okay, so here's something we really got to clear up. Fermented foods are simply foods that have been changed by these tiny microorganisms. And this process, it can unlock nutrients and make them way easier to digest. But, and this is a big but, not all fermented foods still have live cultures in them by the time they get to you. Think about sourdough bread or even beer. The baking, the filtering, those processes get rid of the live microbes. And that brings us to probiotics. Now, this is a much more specific term. Probiotics are the live microorganisms that, when you get enough of them, actually give you a proven health benefit. So if we're going back to our garden analogy, fermented foods might be like the compost that enriches the soil. But probiotics are the brand new, healthy seeds you're planting to make your garden thrive. And look, your gut health is this really complex dance. It's not just about eating one superfood and calling it a day. It's this constant interplay between your genes, the food you eat, how much you move, even your stress levels. Fermented drinks are just one potential partner in this really intricate performance. All right, now that we've got the basics down, let's bring out our main contenders. It is time for the face-off, kombucha versus kefir. We're going to put them head-to-head on all the things that really matter. First up, taste. And this is where they part ways big time. Kombucha is known for that bold, tangy, almost vinegary punch. It's complex, and let's be honest, it can be an acquired taste. Kefir, on the other hand, is way milder. It's just subtly sweet, not nearly as acidic, which makes it a much easier starting point for a lot of people. How about a little pick-me-up? If you're sensitive to caffeine, you'll want to listen up, because this is a big one. Kombucha is made from tea, so it keeps about a third of that original caffeine. It gives you a nice, gentle lift. Kefir? Nope. It's made from a sugar water or milk base, so it's totally caffeine-free, which makes it perfect for any time of day, even right before bed. Now for all you home brewers out there, this is a huge factor. Kombucha, it's a game of patience. It needs a good 1 to 2 weeks for that first fermentation. Kefir is the total opposite. It's a sprinter. It's ready in just 24 to 48 hours. That means you can have a fresh, constant supply with just a little bit of daily attention. Okay, this slide is where we get into the nitty-gritty, the why behind all these differences. See, kombucha is dominated by acetic acid bacteria, thanks to its SCOBY, that's that weird-looking mat of bacteria and yeast. And it's loaded with antioxidants from the tea. Kefir, on the other hand, is a lactic acid party, kind of like yogurt. And just look at the probiotic diversity. Milk kefir is an absolute superstar, with over 50 different species. Plus, it's packing protein and calcium. All right, let's talk numbers. Probiotic counts are measured in something called colony-forming units, or CFUs. A normal serving of store-bought kombucha has about 1 to 10 million CFUs. That sounds like a ton, right? I mean, it's millions. Well, hold that thought. Because a single serving of kefir can have anywhere from 10 to 100 billion. With a B. That is not a small difference, folks. We are talking 1,000, maybe even 10,000 times more live bacteria in kefir. That's a staggering, mind-blowing gap. And hey, it's not just me saying this. The experts tend to agree. This quote from Remedies Nutrition really nails it. When you look at the sheer number and the diversity of probiotics and the clinical studies we have, well, kefir has a really clear edge if your main goal is to plant some new seeds in your gut garden. But hold on, this isn't a total knockout. Don't count kombucha out just yet. It has its own unique superpowers. Because it's made from tea, it is packed with antioxidants that help fight off damage in your body. It has something called glucuronic acid, which helps your liver do its job, and that high acetic acid content gives it some seriously strong antimicrobial properties. So we've been really focused on drinks, but it's so important to remember that fermentation is this ancient global food tradition. It's not just about kombucha and kefir. There is a whole world of incredible fermented foods out there that can help boost our microbial diversity. Let's talk about kimchi for a second. This amazing Korean fermented cabbage just got a huge seal of approval. It's now officially highlighted in the latest dietary guidelines for Americans for its role in supporting gut health. That's a huge deal. It's a traditional food finally getting the scientific props it deserves. And the numbers? They totally back it up. A single gram of mature kimchi, we're talking about the size of your thumbnail, can have over 100 million lactic acid bacteria. It's an absolute powerhouse of good microbes, and you get all the fiber from the veggies too. And this might be the most important point of all. We should really stop thinking about these foods like a dose of medicine we have to choke down. They're a part of a lifestyle. The real goal isn't to just take a spoonful of kimchi juice, it's to weave these living, delicious traditional foods into your regular meals in a way that you actually enjoy. Okay, we have looked at the science, we've crunched the numbers, and we've talked philosophy. So now let's bring it all home. How do you actually choose the right fermented friend for you and for your gut? It honestly just comes down to asking yourself a few simple questions. First, what's your goal? If you want antioxidants and a little energy, kombucha is a great choice. If you're looking for pure probiotic power, kefir is the winner, hands down. What about taste? Do you like it tangy or mild? Are you trying to avoid caffeine? And if you're thinking of brewing at home, how much time do you want to spend on it? Your answers are going to point you in the right direction.
But here's the real secret. Maybe you don't have to choose at all. You see, kombucha and kefir have different teams of microbes, and they offer different complementary benefits. By bringing both into your routine, you're actually introducing a much wider, more diverse range of good guys into your gut garden than you ever would with just one of them alone.
So, there you have it. You've met all the key players in the great ferment. The tangy kombucha, the powerful kefir, the fiery kimchi. The only question left is, who are you inviting to dinner?